a red. Probably is. Could be a red. Probably is. Tighten my drag up a little bit. See what we got here. Hello again, folks. Welcome to another edition of Between the Banks. I'm Bob Googe, and we're red fishing. Check it out. There's the fort. Seems like a nice red. Coming around. Taking me under the boat. Folks, stay tuned. It's another Rock'em Sock'em edition of Between the Banks. We'll see what I got on the other end of this line. Stay tuned.
Between the Banks is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana.
How do we stay true in changing times? We embrace our traditions, but we leave ourselves room to grow. We stay close to home, but we give ourselves space to explore. We celebrate the good times, because in Louisiana, we know we'll always be there for each other. We're the employees of Blue Cross, Louisiana true since 1934.
Up and down the bayou. That's how we tell you to get from one place to the other. It's a little different, but so are we in Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. And once you get here, you'll understand why our Cajun runs a little deeper. Find a piece of our story on swamp tours, fishing boats, at festivals, attractions, and restaurants. Visit lacajunbayou.com to plan your trip today. Louisiana's Cajun Bayou. Rich, natural, unapologetically Cajun. Just south of New Orleans, where Cajun runs deep.
Folks, everybody gets Between the Banks. Here's how easy it is. Go to your address bar, type in betweenthebanks.com, search, and here you are. The latest videos, services, and products provided by Between the Banks. Check it out, betweenthebanks.com. Everybody gets Between the Banks.
Oh, don't tell me this is what I think it is. Could this be the first spec of 2018? And could it be a monster spec? I believe it is. Oh man. Man, look at this. It's the first spec of 2018. And look, it's a monster. It's a monster, folks. Man alive. Am I happy? Oh, I am very, very happy. Now, folks, I thought I had a redfish. I mean, since those freezes that we had this winter, I haven't gotten on the specs. I haven't caught a one spec. So here we are in mid-March, and look what I run into. Now I'm gonna tell you, folks, this is a big spec. I mean, I'm not talking 3 or 4, 5 pounds. This fish is gonna push 7, guaranteed. And I'm gonna take the trusty Boca Grip out, and you better believe I'm gonna weigh this baby. Look at the size of this speckled trout. And folks, it's 50 degrees. All that 80 degree temperature is gone. We're into March now, and now the water temperature has dropped. And we're back to wintertime fishing. And look what I catch. Look, the first speck of 2018. Where's my bunker? I couldn't believe it. We had that fish on. I thought it was a red. I cut, and we came back, and I'm looking down there with the net getting ready. And look. All right, let's get the bunker going. I'm shaking, folks. I'm shaking. Even at 66 years old, this is sheer excitement when you get one of these on. Let's see what we got here. Right at 7.5 pounds. Oh, what a fish. What a fish. I mean, look at the belly. Eating finger mullet. Eating finger mullet. That's what this fish was doing. Alright. Now, I know y'all would think that I would take a big fish like this home. I won't. It's a female. All the big females, they all have eggs in them. And when they get this big, folks, I mean, you gotta turn them loose. You know, I know that's hard to say, but that's what I'm gonna do. All right, there it is. One last look. First speck of the season, 2018. I'm excited. All right, folks. Here's how I'm fishing. I've got Team Daiwa gear, 7.5 foot, medium action rod. Okay, that covers Cork, Carolina, she-dogs. That's why I'm fishing with a medium action rod all the time. Okay, this is the line that speck hit. All right, now stay with me. Okay, I've got my regular 12-pound 10 test pro spec. I'm on a Revo 3000H Daiwa reel. I'm coming to my shock leader. I'm sliding my weight down, and I'm putting a clip-on cork on the shock leader. Okay, you can take a cork and put it on your line, but when you use a clip-on cork, it's going to declimate the line where it clips on. So that's why it's always good to put it right below the black crane swivel. That's a number 10. And then run it through. You can see the line clipped on, and there's my weight, which I can slide up and down because I have I go through the weight once and twice, or in this case, I'm using a 1/8 ounce clip-on weight. This is a weighted Radley cork, okay, all the way down, but notice the length. Follow my fingers on this low vis leader, 25-pound test triple fish camo line, down to the cockahoo, to the 1/0 Kahle hook. Now this is that big goo-goo minnow that spec hit. I use these big minnows, folks, because they're a really good imitation for finger mullet. I'm a firm believer that finger mullet are the #1 food for big speckled trout, along with pogies. They just really like them, and they're abundant in the Leeville, Timberlayer, Rackacy, mullet everywhere. So when they're small, they're about 4 to 6 inches, and they're really attractive to bigger fish. And those big cockahoe minnow or finger mullet will cull all the small fish. Those little bitty ones aren't going to bite this. They'll try and get the tail, but they won't get that big bait in their mouth. So that's the cork line that I'm using. The cork's hitting the cockahoe, swimming all around under the cork and attracting the hit, making the fish hit. Now I'm using that cork rig right here in the East Access Canal. Last show we did, we were at the front end of it. We came to the back end where the cut was, wind was humping, and we started hammering them here. So this is where I started my day, came here. Now check out the spot. You can see I'm fishing a cut right here. The first cut on the right as you come down the East Access Canal. And as we pan to the left, you're going to see this big pond that this cut leads to. I mean, just a huge pond. Right now, we're pointing back at the Graveyard Canal area, the part of the canal where it turns to the right. And then back into the East Access Canal, and you can see the bridge. So we're working this big cut. I got north wind blowing water through this cut, and that's what's making the fish hang on that flat. They're coming out of the deep water in the canal and coming onto the flat, because even though it was 45 degrees this morning, it's still cool, but the water's warming up. We got another front coming, so perfect fishing. I got a good tide, 1.5 foot. I got an incoming tide. So the wind, even though it's blowing, water's coming out of this canal and it's rolling around that point. What are the 3 things that we need for a good fishing spot? Check out right there where the piling is to the point. You can see that nervous water rolling through there, current. So the bait's stacked up right there, the fish are right there. Now, let me show you one other thing that I got, and then I'll stop talking about the equipment. This is one line that I've got out. I'm throwing it out, and I'm putting it in the hole. I'm putting it right there. I'm not even holding the rod. The rod that I'm working is a buzz bait. I've got clouds. So what I did was I took out, this is a bait I've used on television before for bass and redfish. It's nothing but a lunker lure, peel the skirt off and take a DOA shrimp and slide it on the hook. And that's what I throw. It's a freshwater bait, so the hook's gonna rust a little bit, but as long as it stays sharp, it's fine. Throw it out, raise your rod tip up, crank it, and it come all on the surface. And the reds and the specks will come out and hit it, especially when they see that shrimp. Now, one other line I got out, this side of the boat, check it out. In the gunnel right there, I've got a Carolina rig thrown out to the middle of the canal, just sitting out there, waiting to get a hit. So that's the 3 lines that I'm working. I got Carolina rig here, I got my cork line here in the shallow, and I'm throwing the buzz bait all around. So, all of this equipment, you can get over at Tides. Great food, all my Daiwa gear, tackle store. He's now redone the place. Go in, check him out. You can get a Between the Banks special. Rod, reel, line, everything. Top of the line gear. $150 Between the Banks combo. So, go into Tides, check him out. That's how I'm rigged. That's how I'm fishing. Gives you details about why I'm here, why I'm catching fish at this spot. The first speck of the season. I'm a blessed fisherman, I'm telling you. Take and drag. I could only wish that this was a speckled trout. But I gotta tell you folks, if the day ended today, oh, it is a big red. This is a big red, or wear you out red. That's what this is. So, if the day ended today, I'm a happy camper either way after that big speckled trout. I mean, my day is complete. But I'm glad to see the big fish are still here. I really came here with intentions of catching all kind of redfish. It'd be something if this was a 12-pound speck. But I know better. But I gotta tell you, I took that lunker lure off and put my she-dog on and threw it in the cut and missed another big speck. Came up and crashed it, missed it. I stopped cranking it and he came up and hit it again. And then spit the hooks. It's clouded up on us. So I had to pull out the she-dog. While I was working that, cork line goes down. And this just feels like a really big red. That's all this feels like. Now if I can just keep him from getting in the motors, I'll be happy. But I haven't seen this fish yet. And since 2 out of 3 hits were a speck, oh, there's the cork and there's the red. Big bull red. Or I should say a bull red. Don't get in that power pole. Get out from under the boat. Can't make your television debut, Mr. Redfish, unless you come out here where everybody can see you. Boy, I'll tell you what, this Berkeley line, after redfish season, I'm definitely going to have to change the line on the reels. Because these have been through some, oh yeah, look at the size of that redfish. Look how big that redfish is. Cloudy day, front coming. It's cold, but it's a big fish day. Look at this sucker. Look how big that bull red is. Okay. I think I got him wore out pretty good. See if I can get the bugger grip on him. Because there's no way he's going to fit in the net, folks. No way. No way. Got him. There you go. Not bad on a 20-pound, 25-pound test shock leader and 12-pound test Berkeley Pro Spec. right in the corner of the mouth. There you go. Folks, I gotta tell you, this is a lunker edition of Between the Banks. All right. See how much this fish weighs. £28. Nice bull red. Big fat bull red. Look at all those finger mullet he's got in his belly, folks. Jam-packed with finger mullet. So, I'm definitely not going to keep this fish. We're going to release him. Grab hold of the tail. Come on down to the water. Release the boga grip. Oh, by the way, if you've got a boga grip or a fish grabber, you always want to pass your hand through that loop. So that way, if it comes unhooked, or the fish takes it, there it goes. You still have your boga grip. All right. I'm gonna catch my breath. Have a drink, Crystal Light, fruit punch, and I ought to be good to get back out there again. Throwing the cork out to the pond, letting the minnow carry it all around, throwing a sheepdog. That's what I'm doing. East Access Canal first cut. The lunkers are on. Stay tuned. All right, folks, what we did was we moved down to the second island in the East Access. Fish turned off on the other point. We're at a tide change, so the water has slacked. While we're hunting around for some more fish, let's go take a look at the Marina Minute. All the fine businessmen in Lafourche Parish are making fishing trip complete. Starts on the north end. You got the Zalmans, Lake Buff, up in Kramer Boat Launch. Come on down. You come into Terrio Boat Launch right there by Raceland, brings you to Lake Buff. Then you come on down a little further, you got Lockport, Lake Fields, all of that area. Then down the Bayou de la Rose, you got Lake Salvador access. I mean, really great access. And then down the bayou where I'm at, starting at Basons, just north of Gallienne and Cutoff. Then come down Catfish Lake and Golden Meadow, Goose Bait Shop. A little bit further down, you're gonna come to Leeville. Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel, tie your boat to your bed. Griffin's right across the street. My ice batteries, ethanol-free fuel, both on the dock and on the water. Just great environment to fish when you fish Lafourche Parish. And even south of Leeville, you got Fouchon fishing, Grand Isle, the whole parish. Great restaurants, great facilities, a lot of boat launches. So here's the Marina Minute. I'm gonna follow it with the map.
Boudreaux's Waterfront Motel. Dock your boat at the end of the pier right under your room. Set up your grill. Got your own fish cleaning station, your own ramp. And for big groups, enjoy the sunset at the Boudreaux House. Boudreaux's in Leeville.
Griffin's Marina and Ice has bag, block, and blown ice for whatever size boat. Both dockside and roadside ethanol-free fuel, convenience store, breakfast, crispy chicken, all conveniently located in downtown Leeville.
Renovations is your complete marine center for sales, parts, and service. Pathfinder, War Eagle boats, Minn Kota Motor Guide trolling motors, Power Pole and Minn Kota anchoring systems, pumps, trailer parts. Renovations will keep you on the water. All right, folks, you can see I'm anchored by the island in 1.3 feet of water. But what's important to note is you got 60-degree water temperature. We started off this morning, it was 54. Cold weather, water temperature's back down. So let's get over to pages, map, enter. And you can see my route here. Real simple. I'm coming out of Boudreaux's Canal, coming into the West Canal, turning up north under the bridge in Bayou Lafourche, then into the East Canal, then the 45-degree angle canal. Your first right once you get into the East Canal. If you're running on this step, you're going to pass it. Idle around, come in, 5 points, where you've got 5 points of marsh here where the bridge was built. Then the East Access Canal. You can see it cut across some oyster beds and everything when they were building the expressway to Fouchon. So you can see all my spots at the first island, second island, on the oyster flat, and right where I'm at the second island right here. So let me give you the coordinates. Again, what's great about the East Access Canal, you can get protected bushes and trees on both sides of the canal. You can hug the bank and still fish when the wind's humping. Today, that heavy north wind. All right, so let's check out coordinates. Okay, so your coordinates, 29, 14, 506, west, 90, 12, 060. There's your coordinates for the East Access Canal, second island. So, all you guys that have been calling and saying, Bob, are they on at the islands? I haven't even ventured out there. Water temperature, not just at the surface, but throughout, is still cold. So, hang in there, hunt the specks, but keep the redfish rod and reels handy, the rig. One other thing I wanted to let you know, there's a big golf and fishing combination tournament coming up at Bobby Lynn's Marina South. If you'd like information on that tournament, the weigh-in's going to be at the Leeville Public Boat Launch, and then golfing's going to be at Sugarland Country Club. So, if you need information, get a hold of Bobby Lynn's Marina South or Bobby Grove, and you can get all your information and everything that you need. All right, we'll see you next week with another edition of Between the Banks. In the meantime, good luck fishing, Chilly Willy in March, and windy. See you next week.